What? Oh, alright. I want to start with this, but I know it's wrong. But I kind of want to start with it. Actually, you know what? Guess I'll just buy a bunch of packs. This is probably a good idea. Let's go indeed. Toasty with the resub. I like it. I think I'll do the 13 mythics. Or, I mean, the 10 mythics to start. Oh, geez, I gotta clean my fingernails. Jeez. So much. Never a dull moment. Where's my thing? There it is. Oh, my trash can tipped over. Oh, jeez. What am I doing? I'm in shambles. Alright, there we go. You didn't know the new set was out? Yeah, welcome to my world. You dropped 40K? What do you... Oh, okay. I got scared for a second. I thought you meant $40,000. Well, who knows? Maybe in 10 years, that's how much it'll cost in real life. You got the new Ujin. Nice. I might actually play the new Ujin to start, but I don't know. I don't know. It's colorless, so that's always like the jankest thing to do. Might have helped me to actually read every card in the set, huh? Well, that's pretty nice. All right. What do we got? What do we got here? Bloop. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a Mox Jasper. Doesn't work with Ujin, right? Ujin's not a dragon. Yeah, I have not looked at the set either. Which is not a good day, not a good idea when you're trying to make YouTube videos, but you know what? That's how I roll. All right. So which one of these is first? I read that one. I guess your second spell copy it. Then exile the spell you cast with 4-time. Wait, what? So it exiles the original? Well, it would have to. You can't exile the copy. So you cast your second spell. Exile with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. That's a very long time for something that, like, extra turns seem pretty interesting, but you also need a spell to go with the extra turn, like the turn you go to cast it. And you don't get the second extra turn for a long time. So, that's not too ideal to me. Yeah, and you can't really use it with counter spells. Is it like Cantrip City? I guess, but what are you doing with all that? I don't know. This doesn't have prowess or anything. Yeah, it's just the suspend 4 is so slow. That is so slow. Wow. Jeez. Surprised they went with 4, actually. In today's age with cards, I figured it'd be like 2. 4 is very, very slow. Sack a creature you control with mana value X other than Sadisi and reanimate something. So, Birthing Pod, but it's the graveyard. Cool. I like it. Mono black. Would like to have seen that maybe Golgari, but, you know, mono black. It'll work. It'll work. And then Sarkhan. I think I read this at some point. I don't remember now, though. Behold a Dragon, which is just revealing one, or choosing one in play. Revealing from hand. If you do, get a treasure. When a dragon enters, put a counter on this, and then it becomes a dragon. Alright. Cool. Not too crazy, though. Fine with that. Not too crazy. It only makes 1 treasure, and only if there's a dragon in hand. Unless you have a dragon in play already, and you didn't play this turn 2. Okay. Sure. Discard 2, draw that many. Oh, yes, the grindy Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker 3-drop. Fable and Mirror Breaker, whatever. Your attack, 7 more cards in your graveyard. Random. You don't get the spell or the card that you exile for free, like you do with the Hellraiser. It's also very, very random. And it's mono red. Alright, so far I'm not too blown away with these. But that's okay. I don't think we need POC every single set. Yeah, there's a Coalition Victory. It's an enchantment. Yeah. It's like Omniscience for Dragons or something. This spell can't be countered. Trample. Okay. Or creature you control. Or a creature's spell you control becomes a target of something. Draw. So it doesn't like... So you can counter things, but your opponent's not too upset because they're just drawing a bunch of cards. It's sort of like the... What is it? Veil of Summer? It's just Veil of Summer on a stick. I like it. Yeah. If you want to play mono green and you're tired of the blue-black decks bullying you, that's pretty nice, I suppose. It's not Azusa, but, you know, not everything can be. New Zergo. Let's mobilize. When it attacks, get 2 1/1s, and then you sack them. Alright. Oh, but this keeps the tokens around. I see. This token can't be sacrificed. If this dies in a later turn, the original warriors stick around. It's not like you have 15 warriors, they kill this, and you lose them all. That's kind of nice, I suppose. Alright, pretty nice. Nuriv? That was pretty good stats for a Mardu card, actually. And it was flying. Wow. Creature you control enter this turn would deal damage. It deals double. So your ETBs and haste threats. If a creature entered this turn would deal damage. Yeah, so anything that enters with damage, like Fury, or has haste, is very scary with this. That's pretty cool. Okay. It is a 4-drop, though. I mean, the stat line is pretty nice for a 4-drop, especially in these colors. But I still would have preferred this to be like a, a 3-mana 3/3 or something like that. Because it comes out a little late to the party for a Mardu, like, big damage beatdown thing. Like, your shotgun blasts happen starting turn 5, right? Where Aragorn is like a shotgun deck, but it can do it, like, way faster. But, it's pretty cool. Like the 5-drop, there's a lot of 5-mana haste threats, right? Like the 5-mana 4/4 stat line in red for like all the dragons and stuff. Eshki, good old teamer. Vigilance, trample, and ward. In combat, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature, you draw and put counters on this. So a lot of smaller spells and drawing some cards. This is pretty cool. I like this. It's like kind of a card draw engine. It's in the colors that can really do that. You can have a deck that's like basically all 1 and 2 mana spells. I like that. Urine. Alright. Ureni. 8 mana 10/10. Protection from black and white. Oh. Man, they don't make that. They don't do that really anymore, huh? Protection from colors. They don't really do that much anymore. That's crazy. I mean, it's on an 8-drop, but still, just like flat protection is not really common. So I thought they just would never do it again. Just making a card completely invulnerable to an entire color is kind of egregious to me. But it's on an 8-drop, right? It's on an 8-drop. It's probably no big deal. Unlike Mirren Crusader or Mother of Runes, I suppose. When this enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose any creatures, planeswalkers, where X is the number of lands you control. So it just destroys the universe every time it enters, and incentivizes land-based ramp. From 40% of Magic, yep. Maybe a little bit less than that, though, because black and white can still deal with it with a lot of their cards, right? Whereas if it had protection from green, it basically would have protection from all green cards ever, but black has Damnation and white has Wrath of God, so there's a lot of black and white cards that kind of just don't care about this. But it's still really nice to have that. It is flying. So, I mean, it's a 10/10. It's not... It gets around Swords to Plowshares. All right, we're happy. I really like this. My favorite part about this is it incentivizes lands. You don't have... Well, you probably still do. But you don't have to play, like, non-land based ramp in this kind of thing. This is most assuredly just green for days, and then some blue, and then who cares about red? But, that's cool. I might play this one first, actually. I like this one a lot. Is the sun still beaming on me? I mean, I can't really do much about it. Oh, the lamp! Shoot. There you go. I knew something was up. The sun went down, and, well... A cloud went over the sun, and then I got dark. I like this a lot. See, the problem is, if you're up against, let's say, Omnath, that's Rug, it's just faster than you in every way. Like, way, way faster. Like, this is 8 mana. And if you're up against something that doesn't have creatures or planeswalkers, well, you're not really doing much with this. But the protection could maybe offset that. I don't know. This is wishy-washy to me. But I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. All right, 3-mana 3/3 Abzan. The Dawn of Abzan, excuse me. Ho ho. It's got trample when it attacks, sack something, and all creatures get a counter when you sack something. So kind of like a Mardunia. Abzan token strategy. Okay. Yeah. Like a Gavany Township land effect, except you just sack a thing to do it. Yeah, sure. I like it. Kin to let's see. 5-mana 5/7. Stat lines are kind of crazy so far. Begin your end step. If creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw 20 or greater, untap them all, so they have like vigilance. 40 or greater, your opponents just lose half their life. But you have 40 points of toughness in play, and your opponent isn't dead yet, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you last time I had 40 points of toughness in play and didn't win the game. That's kind of insane. I mean, even 20 is kind of insane, right? But fortunately, the 10 is actually, like, a good effect. So, I don't feel that bad about it. The 10 is a good one. The 20 is just, like, vigilance, which is nice, but you have 20 points of toughness at play across creatures that have tapped themselves, which means they've probably swung, and your opponent survived when you had 20 points worth of toughness coming in. I don't think giving it vigilance is really all that exciting at all, but alright. Let's just be thankful it's not swapping the 10 and 20, because I think the 10 part is actually stronger than the 20. So I'm surprised they're in the place that they are. And then the 41 is like, if you're not playing walls, you probably will never notice that, because your opponent's either dead or you are. Alright. Is this end step? Yep. Oh, they stack? So, yeah, you get all of them if you have 40, which, alright, I mean, sure. I don't know. 15 from the crocodile? Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, walls. You know? Walls. The crocodile's blue, isn't it? Isn't the crocodile blue-green? You can't play it with this. I'm pretty sure the crocodile's blue. And again, walls. Just walls. Which don't swing. Which then don't need vigilance, because they don't actually. You discard your hand. Draw cards equal number spells you've cast. Oh, alright. That's cool. Is this Narset like... Okay. Yeah. Just spell slingy and Jeskai stuff. 5-mana Flying Vigilance. Enters, exile something with 3 or less from your graveyard and copy it. So it only happens once, and then this is just a stat stick. Which is kind of unfortunate, but you can flicker it and stuff, right? You're in the colors to do that. You can copy permanents too. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Not like insane busted level nonsense, but I do like it. It was pretty straightforward. Codis, the Fang Ripper. Oh, it's indestructible. Look at that. Deals damage. Exile top X cards in their library. Damage dealt. You cast any number of spells from mana value X less, paying their mana cost. Alright, so you want to make him hit for more than 2, and then he starts to cast like big things for free. This is pretty cool. It is, yeah, I like this. I like this. It is 4 mana, though, so it comes in a little later than you'd want, especially with your hand full of things that you want to put on top of it. You need room for like ramp to get to him quickly, and maybe some card draw, maybe some interaction. Like it feels like you need a lot. This does not have trample, and it doesn't have flying. Yeah, I don't know. If all the Voltron strategies, even though this is indestructible, I good luck. Good luck. You went 1 and 3 in your draft. Mutate with him? What, mutate this guy? What are you talking about? This? Oh. I mean... Oh, this. No, it would be this. Yeah, Sultai like the mutate colors. I mean, yeah, that's a way to do it. You're still doing this, you know, you still have to do that. It's the same as an aura, you know. It's getting larger and evasive and trample flying and stuff, but you have to actually do that. But, alright. 5 minutes, 6/6. It's got lifelink. Spells have delve. Wow. Alright, okay. And then when you cast spells, you lose life, so you can't go crazy, but you get to maybe have an explosive turn, would be the idea. I like this. And you also don't have to delve all your cards, right? Although, unfortunately, this doesn't specify. Like, you have to you're losing life even if you didn't delve. So you can't, like, decide not to for a turn. I mean, it offsets it because it's got lifelink. But still. Like, you could get just completely trapped under this card because you didn't win the game. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Maybe this seems like something that Tooth and Nail would like. Some arbitrary combo or something. And then there's, obviously, Ujin. You think Ujin's going to be a nightmare? It's colorless. I don't think it's going to be a nightmare at all. I mean, not in Historic Brawl. Whenever you cast the spell, exile something, and then whenever you cast colorless spells, exile things. Yeah. So draw some cards, get some mana. I mean, look, I don't think it's too crazy. I kind of want to actually start with this. I think in MH3 I started with Emrakul as well. So I think the colorless thing to start the set is where I want to be. Before I burn all my mythics on things I, wish I didn't. So what did the set come with? This is also a pretty easy way to start the new set because I don't have to look at too many new cards. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, I guess you can shut off your opponent, but still. You have to actually do that. This costs 7 mana. We'll see. I don't have faith in it. I'm not seeing it. Put a basic land card on top. Ooh, if you control a dragon, this is a rampant growth? Oh my goodness. If you control a dragon, put that card. Wow, that's like a colorless rampant growth. Alright. That's on a creature. I mean, you need a dragon, but still. Each dragon you control enters with blah, blah, blah. Put a card from... Yep, sure. Sure. Another Evolving Wilds. Okay, ooh, what's the art? It's not a dragon, right? It's not a dragon. So this doesn't work. Well, that's a shame. Dragonfire Blade. Hexproof from monocolored. I like that. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Yep. And then costs 1 less for each color. Wait, 1 less to activate for each color of the creature. Okay. What about this? Spend this only to cast a dragon. Alright, unfortunately, there are absolutely no cards in the set that this came out with that I want to put in the deck. So it's just like Emrakul. Is this better than Emrakul? I mean, at least MH3 came with some cards I could play with it. This doesn't have anything. There's not a single card that goes with this card in the new set. Search your library for any number of... Yeah, then you just cast them for free, all that jazz. I mean, you basically win if you ultimate it. I don't know if I want to play this now. I was kind of hoping there were a few colorless cards that'd go in the deck. Alright, what are my other options? Oop, I broke it. Yeah, there's no new... I don't know, we've been there, done that. I still kind of want to play it. I want to play this as well. I really want to play this. I don't know, let's just start with Ujin. Start with Ujin. New set. Let's just send it. It's not like I'm not going to play it eventually anyways. So, bloop. Bloop. I guess Mox Amber? Doesn't actually do anything. When did Expedition map come into the game? Foundations? Really? Oh, whoops. Whoops. Oops. That's a pretty good one. I didn't know it was in the game. Alright. Probably Graph Digger's Cage? Maybe. Null Elemental Blast seems thematic. Bobble. Take half your Emery deck and slam it into Ujin. Arcane Signet does not work. I guess Eye of Vecna. I guess. Can I sack Wellspring reasonably? I don't think so. Heart of Huron removes loyalty counters. So let's go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't really want to remove loyalty counters from this. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Probably don't want to play Howling Mine. No, Arcane Signet does not make colorless. Suppose you can spam Ominous Traveler? It's possible. Good old Sunset Pyramid. Torpor Orb? What's worth stopping in Historic Brawl that I don't really think there's anything. Circuit Mender? Because it's adorable? You ever remember that one time where Chaos Wand just won the game when it otherwise definitely shouldn't have won that game, and I just robbed that person blind? Winter Moon? Yeah, probably. We can do that one. Trying to play New Ujin earlier, and he got put against Golos and Narset? What? Okay, Narset's whatever. Golos is a little unfortunate to hear. If Wizards thinks this colorless strategy is like bust it, then you gotta show me a deck list, because I'm not convinced. It doesn't even have any new cards in it. I am not convinced it needs to be playing against Golos. But I think the new cards are thrown in there, and they're like, hey, good luck. They don't have a wait until later. So, I think it's just frisbeed into the aether, and it finds its way. Unless it's POC, and then it just stays weak brackets for like 10 years. For some reason. Yeah, Sculpting Steel's fine, I think. Semblance Anvil's the one that I feel like I keep trapping myself with. I'm a fan of the wand. I don't know if this is the deck for it, though. The fact that I can't discount this like I would in Eldrazi with like Urza's Incubator is maybe problematic. It's also not actually an artifact. This is just you're spending 7 min on it. You're not discounting that thing. Not realistically. Oh man, the more I push this, the less I'm excited about it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling good about it. Ooh, Thought-Knot Seer, hello. Used an old Ujin? Oh, you just swapped out Ujins and then took out the cards you couldn't get? Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest, you could just... That's basically what you're going to be doing, because the new set didn't have any new colorless cards. So, that's all you can do, really. I guess Gilded Lotus? It's going to be a fun 2 games? Oh, no. Look, I didn't hit the craft button yet, alright? I didn't hit it. Godfrey's Statue's alright. Kymil is a card. I don't think we're ever gonna get to Mindslaver mana. It just doesn't seem like that makes sense to me. Do we run the Immortal Sun? Is that what we do? Just throw it in there. Act like we didn't. What about this? Each sacrificed. But it costs 6. I don't know. This can explode you into Eldrazi and stuff. But honestly, so can, like... What's that other Hedron that I appear to have not put in my deck? This thing? Dreamstone Hedron? Like, that just does the same thing, except not to sacrifice anything. It's like 6 to 9 or even 10. Yeah, I don't know where this goes. I've never seen that card do anything. Sire of 7 Deaths. Platinum Angel for those pesky aggro decks that can't kill it. As in literally none of them. Oh, Kozilek's Command. Hello. That's a big one. We're never getting max speed. Cavern of Souls doesn't really do anything, but it's free. So Darksteel Citadel, I think, is worse than No, it isn't, because we want Inventor's Fair, which cares about artifacts, right? Yeah, at least the lands are free. Oh, for more Revolt. Just slide in a Nykthos nonchalantly. This is just not... This is not going to work. Fountain Port? What? Oh, sure. Yeah. I always forget about that one. Yep, Chrome Box also does not work. Ornithopter's fine. Prophetic Prism doesn't really do anything. Oh, this is oh boy. Rogue's Passage to make Ujin unblockable? I thought about it. I did think about it. It did cross my mind. But Rogue's Passage is bracket 5. Wait, yeah. We don't want to auto bracket ourselves with the strongest land ever printed. Oh yeah, Obelisk. Oh man, putting this together has made me sleepy. I'm trying to like find a way to make this good. I'm not feeling it. I think take out Vecna here. I need more mana. Maybe? Maybe we can just start here. See what happens. I think I'm okay with that, maybe? Oh, excuse me. Oh, bag of holding. Oh, I don't think this is it. I don't think bag of holding is it. No, I just don't think it's it. Mana Geode? Sure. I don't even think it keeps downloading the card backs unless you're actively in the window. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just so annoying. So annoying you have to reload these every time you launch the game. So annoying. I don't know why it's like that. I wonder why it is. It's very weird. Not using the Ujin sleeve? What do you mean? Oh no, I think the wind just wiped out our trash cans. I just heard him go flying. Oh, not again. Do I not? I thought I didn't have the Ujin sleeve. I scrolled past it? Alright, well. I'm upset how close it was to the one I actually chose. I'm actually just like... I'm upset how close I was and still didn't see it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. So... Wait, that means I didn't scroll past it. It was on the same screen as the one I chose. I didn't scroll past it at all. It was on the same row. Anyways, alright. We're here. The new set came out. Karns of Tarkir. Yes, that's what it is. Tarkir Dragonstorm came out. Ujin is a colorless card. It has an extremely oppressive static ability. When you cast it, you get to exile something, and then every time you cast a spell, you just exile something. So this is kind of crazy. It has to be a colorless spell, but obviously we're a colorless deck. We don't really have a choice. That means you just spam a ton of Vindicates. Actually, no, it exiles. So whatever, Utter Ends, I guess. Just a bunch of Utter Ends. And for some interesting reason, this can also exile lands. It does not say non-land permanents. You can exile lands. Kind of crazy. However, it costs 7. It's not an artifact, so you can't, like, discount it with artifact discounting cards. It's not an Eldrazi, so you can't discount it with Eldrazi discounting cards. And you're stuck with colorless cards. There are 0 new cards in the new set that play with this card, which is kind of why I didn't want to start with it. But it seems to be one of the big cards of the set, so I might as well get it out of the way. It's not like I'm not going to play it at some point. I believe I started with Eldrazi or Emrakul with the MH3 set, so, you know, why not start with the colorless of this set too? So I think this will be very crazy in other formats. If you untap with Ujin in this format, yeah, that's pretty great. You know, you just have to do that. So we'll see if we can do that. I don't know. So there are no new cards, unfortunately. I consider maybe Expedition Map a new card. I didn't see this card in the mountain of cards from Magic Foundations. I'm surprised I hadn't played against this yet either. This is a very, very good card. Highly played card in singleton format, so I expect to see me play this a lot more now that I've, saw it. The top end is really just there for the ultimate, which probably is a trap, but if you do... Oh, I should also say what else it does. You plus it to gain 3 life and draw a card. You 0 it to get some mana, and then you minus 11 to win the game. You just you pull your whole deck out of your library, and then you put it in play, and then you win. And it's casting it. It's not putting it into play. You actually get the cast triggers, so like Eldrazi work and stuff. And yeah, the rest of it's just ramping into this to pull that off. So we'll see what happens. Let's craft it. Like, comment, subscribe, and no regrets. No regrets. Lands don't typically have a color. That is true. Alright, I lied. Most lands will not be exiled by it. You are correct. You have to have Painter's Servant. You must have Painter's Servant. Alright, I was wrong. I was wrong. That's probably why it doesn't specify, because it isn't hitting most lands. See, why do I say things? Like, I know lands are colorless, but then I just say that anyways. I don't know. What is wrong with me? Alright, Emoti is really not where I want it to start. It's not where what's his face? Emrakul did pretty well when I played it. I don't think we're gonna have a good time here. Do I have to tank my MMR? I feel like Nissa already tanked my MMR and I'm fine. Why would you play Emoti when the new set just came out? Bro, go play a new card. Everyone should instantly have all the new cards. And oh, I forgot my quests. Oh, I can't complete my quests because they're colorless. Alright, this was probably the worst idea ever, huh? I'm gonna, you know what? I don't think... After that one game that lasted 2 seconds, I don't think I want as many big bombs, because you don't need many big bombs for the -11. So I'm gonna take out, like, you... Probably Wormcoil. I think Wormcoil just kind of sucks. Alright, and then I want more Mana Rocks. Because I said so. I think Buried Treasure has proven itself to me. And another random one. Screw it. One I can draw later. Why not? Oh, we get new loading art. Or... Q art? I don't know what you call it. Okay. It's another total absolute nightmare matchup, and I'm on the draw. So that's not good. Well, on the bright side, both of our commanders cost 7, so, you know, surely that means we're playing at the same pace, right? I'm pretty sure that's what that means. I think that is what that means, but I don't know. Did I want to crack this to blitz for a 2-drop? Okay, well, this game's over. Okay. It's gonna be an amazing video. I'm having a great time. I'm chilling. Life is good. The baby was had yesterday, so that was nice. Ragavan? I mean, come on. You could at least anything, like anything else. Like what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? What card do you expect me to have? So does no, it doesn't actually. Okay. We can try to I'm going to take out anything that I think has any bearing on my... Let's just What do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? If anything looks like it has a card value weight that's over -5, then I'm going to take it out of my deck. So, you can come out. You will never be activated. You can come out. Fountain Port is probably never going to do anything, but maybe for now. Shire Terrace, you can come out. I don't care. Reliquary Tower, completely useless. What else? What if I just took these two out, actually? I'm going to take those two out. We're not going to do anything that, like, yeah. They're mythic rares. We're taking them out. Mana rocks. New card? Whatever, it's new. It's going in. Alright, boom. Easy. Alright, we put ourselves in bracket, where are we now? Surely it's bracket 1. I think we'd lose to most precons. I feel like we're losing to precon status. And only playing against all the same 5 cards. Where are the 3 mana rocks? What is going on? I mean, there's one, I guess. Just not getting them, man. I swear they're in here. Opponent had to think about Pact of Negation very hard for some reason. I wonder why. Very fascinating. Will they do it again? Oh, not as long. Not as long. Still pretty long, though. For not casting the Pact of Negation. That's going to counter Ujin, and then I'll proceed to lose. Ah, yes. The old put 2 cards on top. They were so powerful I didn't even need a land, says the opponent. So... this one... this one... I can... actually, I can kick this next turn, which is interesting. Oh. 4-mana Atraxa? 4-mana Atraxa is pretty up there, so... yeah. I would say so. You don't want to Pact the Negation my Cityscape leveler opponent? Why not? Wow. No way. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can do it once, and there is... chat, we're here. We've done it against one of the unlikely suspects of the universe. Oh, maybe we didn't. No, 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 no. Screw you. I came here to cast this card. I don't care. I don't care, Chad. I'm casting it. I just want to cast my card. Alright. Let me cast my card, please. Bloop. Alright, Ujin. You've never been more important. We're gonna draw. Okay. We're here. We are here. Yeah, I don't know. The bracket system's all over the place. Apparently your MMR has something to do with it as well, so... And not just your commander. It's like your deck can also influence it. Alright, they did not have an answer to Ujin. I did not double proliferate. I kind of just didn't think about that, but yeah, we would have untapped and just went with it. But we didn't do it. That's okay, though. That's alright. Opponent can still easily turn this around for the most part, honestly. I'm just gonna try to... Yeah, I'm gonna just do this. And, whoop. Alright, there we go. There's few things that feel bad losing. Alright, opponent, let me ultimate it if you don't have Cyclonic Rift. Let me do the thing. Wow, this is one of the things that I just don't see myself consistently beating. But we're here doing it. I mean, it only took like 4 times, but, you know, 4th time's a charm. They can... I don't know what they can do. Apparently nothing. Cool. The Salt Rope from Tatyova players? No way, that doesn't make sense. That's weird. Is my opponent upset that I made more mana than them? Is that even true? 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, it kind of is. Wow, we made so many rage quitters. Yeah, well, I've been the rage quitter up until this game, so I suppose there's been one every game so far. We have, alright. I mean, it's the new set just came out. You're playing Tatyova. What do you want from the community? What do you want me to do? Opponent, you should revel in seeing new opponents. You should revel in seeing new cards. Losing to a colorless deck is like... Actually, you know, to be honest, I don't even know if I could... I can still lose this game if my opponent wasn't upset. I can still literally lose this game. But they didn't draw it. So we will not lose the game. Alright, we're just going to be ridiculous and do everything because my opponent's not here. And that seems really funny to me. So... Oh man, wait a minute. Hold on. What does this look like? Does the game like crash when you put your whole deck in play? I'm doing this. This might be the only time we get to do it. I'm doing it. Submit a typical 47 spells. Look at them go. Please don't make me manually cast them. Thank you. It did. Never mind. Shoot. I'm gonna rope out before I get to kill them with the old Nettle Cyst, aren't I? Oh, that's a zombie. It triggered my champion. I'm not gonna play Ujing because I think it just puts more triggers on the stack for no reason. Sculpting Steel can come into play as a copy as Nettlecyst. There you go. Oh, imagine we had like a quest to do with all this. Oh, I forgot Forsaken makes you gain life. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy myself for a bit. I think that's what's gonna be going on here. My deck should just be lands, yeah. Oh, I forgot about Flair. Man, I'm doing it all wrong. Not that it matters, but we make Eldrazi spawn and poke our opponent. Can I kill my opponent with K command right now? I think I can. I think I actually have enough. It would just like kill my opponent. We can discount our hand. Look at that. We can discount our exile pile from 0 to -2. What am I cooking? I'm not cooking anything. I'm just playing Magic cards. What do you mean? Let's see here. Let's not see him. What did my opponent have? Let's see. Let's take a gander. A little peeky poo there. Crater Hoof. Oh, tragic. Okay, well they would have died from all the spells had I played the Flair first. Again, doesn't matter. I'm at 60 life. I take it this means my opponent actually closed out the entire app and didn't just come back or something. Assuming I had one already. Because I highly doubt they're here watching this. Oh, is there a quest? Is there a quest for doing this? Casting this many spells in the same turn? I can also spam Ominous Traveler like a madman if I wanted to. Just go crazy with that. We can only cast 2 more spells though, and our opponent's dead. Oh, can we win with Approach this turn? There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way. I don't know how. Probably isn't a way, alright. Oh, K command. Oh, no. Wait, is it colorless spell? It is. Okay, so K command actually, we could have won with Approach to Second Sun. I could have cast that, scryed a bajillion, and then just put that on top. Alright. Best game of all time was just played. The one shot. We actually did get an achievement. It looks like it might have been worth it to do that. What was the achievement? I don't even... It was red? Wait, what? Deal 20 or more non-combat in a single turn? Look at that. Something that I would have never done otherwise. Clearly it was worth it. Just as Mark Rosewater intended. Alright, I'll be right back. In like 3 minutes. What'd I miss? Nothing? Alright. Didn't miss anything. Chromium. Wow. Nope. Null Elemental Blast could be funny. Looks like it might be kind of funny. So is Winter Moon. Shoot. Dilemma. Alright, I'm gonna cast this. And then preferably not lose to this card. Okay. Sure. It's a treasure now, so I actually have 7 mana. But Ujin's not... Well, That's strange. So far there are no familiar Chromium cards yet at the opponent. I just want to land. I'm going to play them in this order so I don't get rid of my treasure token. I don't get a saproling. I mean a spawn, but this is just to keep my thing around. The one game Winter Moon would be good. Opponent just shuts it down. Found a land. Okay. And swing here. Probably get rid of the land on top. If I'm gonna do it, I should do it now. What am I doing? I'm playing the new cards. To the best of my abilities. Which so far, not the greatest, but that's alright. We lost our Winter Moon. I probably could have maybe avoided that, but I don't think this game is about Winter Moon. Though it would have been useful. Not gonna lie. Would have been useful. Oh, maybe not. Timeless Dragon. Alright. So, getting rid of my Winter Moon's why I lost that, I think. Yep. I made a mistake. I had to manually stat my triggers to get the spawn token first. No, can't do that. You can't stack it like that. Yes, you can, because it's a cast trigger. Target, ward. No, because ward goes on top no matter what you do. I always had to stack it like that. Alright, never mind. There's nothing I could have done. I could have exiled the Kaito. I don't really... Yeah, I guess I could have done that instead. I suppose. Sure. Try to... Imagine I drew that. Wow. Imagine I got that card. Which Rocco is this? The weird one? Yep. Apparently Robber the Rich is like $30. Kind of nuts. Conclave Mentor, that's very weird. I don't know what's going on with that one. So Thought-Knot Seer. So land... I'd have 3 left. What if I did this? 3 left? Ugh. Alright. Ooh, thought not actually doing something? Okay. Alright. So, 4, 5. Foods or mana dorks for the opponent at this point. Do I play this ominous tracker? 1, 2, so 5, 6, 7. I don't need it, but like, I don't really care if my opponent gets a food token, like at all. I'm just fine with this. It's $3. What? Oh. Alright, never mind. I am an unreliable source. I wonder what I'm thinking of then. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Oh, you can divvy up the counters. Huh. Okay. A little bit less exciting then. For some reason I thought it was only Rocco. I've only really seen people put counters on Rocco, so that's kind of funny. Whoops. I don't know, it's not a big deal. I don't think this game is about that anyways, honestly. So that probably takes one of these, and not the random zombie. Take out the flyer? And then I have... how much mana left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So... boom. Boom. I do not see a way to remove my 4/4. I don't know. I don't think it's too crazy. I don't think it's that crazy. It's decent, but I'm not like blown away by it or anything. Winter Moon is now extremely oppressive. My opponents actually tapped their lands. Wait, what? No, you need to... it all has to go to Ujin. Right? Am I tripping? All of it goes to Ujin, I block one, it's dead. Yeah, they should have dealt with Ujin here. They should have dealt with Ujin. At least I feel as though it would have been a profoundly good idea to deal with Ujin, and my opponent did not, so... uh-oh. I don't know, I think the storm is wrecking my interwebs. Alright, we did it. We did it. Yeah, Winter Moon was pretty good there. And we didn't get robbed blind. I mean, we did kind of... The Cold Steel Heart would have been quite useful, but it was actually useful for my opponent as well. But yeah, the Winter Moon here is really bad news bears, so yeah, cool. Can I show you the card text of Ujin? I guess. How did this happen? Apparently I cast colored spells. I don't know how that happened. 750? Nope. Just reset one of them. Alright. It's, whenever you cast a spell, you exile a colored permanent from your opponent. Whenever you cast Ujin itself, you exile a colored permanent. And then its plus draws, its 0 gives mana, and its ultimate wins the game. And there is no in between. So 7 mana, exile something, exile things when you cast it, or other spells, draw, gain some life, mana, and then an ultimate that basically wins the game without giant spells involved. Alright, probably too slow for this. Exile X artifacts. So fortunately, they're not pushing a bunch of damage. Oh, well, never mind. Opponent's gonna now make infinite 4/4s. No, they do not make infinite 4/4s. I would have probably done that. Opponent gets rid of unlicensors. Alright. Well, I'm probably still way too slow. I think I'm just gonna lose to the Tezzeret ultimate, if anything. Which I don't believe I can stop. No, I cannot. Opponent has Mindslaver. Doesn't really do anything against me. Unless it does? I don't think it does it? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any way to mess my stuff up with it, so... Unless you kill Ujin somehow. I don't know how you do that, though. They probably shouldn't even Mindslaver me right now, right? Just like, don't do it. Do wait. No, they do it. Okay. So at the very least, it just sort of skips a turn. They just don't cast anything. Just don't cast anything. You could cast the One Ring, just so you can get through the protection now rather than later. Yeah, maybe not. Are they going to venture into the wrong dungeon or something? Like they're going to put me in a bad dungeon? Not sure. Okay, so they counter the One Ring. Yeah, that makes sense. Probably would have still countered Ujin, maybe? Probably. This will copy Mox or something. Just copy Mox. It doesn't have to be my permanents, right? Yeah, and they just don't discard anything. I didn't know you could tap this for nothing. Is that what just happened? My opponent tapped the Mox and it didn't do anything. I didn't think you could even, like, actually tap it for any reason. That's really weird. I did not know you could do that. Okay. My opponent gave me mana, which is a little weird, but... Well, we're here now, so... $10, $11, $12, $13... Forsaken Monument MVP. Yeah, it's pretty good right now. Okay. That is a thing I can't really deal with. The mainland, I mean. It'd be crazy to beat this ultimate. Holy Lands, go away. Opponent is certainly drawing a lot of cards a turn that I can't stop. Whatever. Whoop-de-doo. Set up some mana, I guess. Well, Winter Moon is kind of funny, I guess. Play this. This taps for colorless, so it works with Forsaken Monument. So I can cast it first. But again, my opponent's drawing so many cards, I don't think, yeah, Planar Bridge getting, I don't know, Portal to Phyrexia doesn't even feel like it's cutting it. Just too many cards here. Just so many cards. But Winter Moon is actually huge here. Okay. It's actually a lot of mana getting stuck. Not infinite mana, though. It would be nice if there was, like, more. So they can crew and kill Ujin, but I can just recast it. And Planar Bridge can just cheat out something instead of casting Ujin, because Ujin's not really doing anything. But I'm sure they'll kill it. I don't know why they wouldn't. Is it possible for them to deck out? Winter Moon makes it so you can only untap one non-basic land. And my opponent has a lot of non-basic lands. But they do have a lot of mana regardless. But, I mean, they drew a bunch of cards and they committed to killing this and now can't do anything else. So I don't know what Planar Bridge really is doing. So can I cast both this and... So 1, 2, 3... I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not enough. Alright, we'll just play this then. And I don't know if I even want to activate it right now. I don't know if I want to activate it right now. I'm going to just pass. Yeah, just one non-basic a turn. Yeah, we don't have Eldrazi, right? I took him out. Oracle of the Alpha. Okay. This is a very strange deck. Tail's End, maybe? No. Portal to Phyrexia. God Pharaoh's statue is also very annoying for my opponent. I think I'm going to get that. It just seems like a compounding issue to get that, so I'm going to get it. I don't believe I'm casting Grafdigger's Cage. Alright, Elemental Blast. Ah, this is what you're here for, buddy. Time to do the thing. They are tapping the One Ring. My opponent has a chance of decking out. Not a big one, though. Not a big chance. But the chance exists, I guess. I think the One Ring would kill them before that happens, though. That's just a straight up Wormcoil engine. That is just a straight up Wormcoil engine. Alright, so One Ring probably not going to kill him anymore. They can crew Nettle Cyst on it, and then it'll just have infinite life. Do they have like a no max hand size thing? No, they don't. Alright. They have extra turn in there, at least one because of the Oracle. They haven't drawn any Mox yet, which is a little surprising. But yeah, Ujin not really doing anything here. Just gonna hide under our planar bridge, I suppose. Oh man, it's on top. Well, I'm gonna not keep it on top though. And pass a turn? Yep. Alright, planar bridge. I don't know what the second card you get here is, but it's something. It's definitely something. They did not activate the One Ring. So I suppose our opponent is concerned about something. Sure. So we hopefully dodge Tail's End when they go to combat. No Tail's End. We'll get Portal, so they lose the worm and don't gain any life. They didn't Tail's End the, like, other thing, so... like the actual bridge activation. Oh, okay, well, yeah, why not just have that? Works, right? Not just also have that perfectly. Right off the top. Sounds about right. Circuit Mender? Yeah, it's just better than Platinum Mirror. What's the next dungeon thing? Can play cards off the top. Suppose that is what we will do. Cool. And pass the turn again. Oh boy. This is getting ridiculous. They do tap the one ring now, so opponent's feeling confident, which I suppose I would as well. Winter Moon's basically past its point of usefulness, really. Mystic Forge, Faceless Agent, my own Nettle Cyst. Well, that'll just die. That'll just die. But it does keep my opponent busy. It does keep my opponent busy. What if we just took Thought Knots here? What if I just harassed my opponent's hand in some arbitrary way? Ancestral Recall. Negate's not an issue. That's not an issue. I suppose it's Ancestral Recall, right? Yeah. Not the craziest thing I've done, but oh well. I can kill Thought Knot and then reanimate it. I suppose I can do that. Or do I just block with the Circuit Mender? Yo, yeah, they have Time Twister, you're right. Time Twister's in the deck. Alright, so Thought Knot Seer's looking less appealing to block with here. How come they haven't played Reliquary Tower? That lets them keep their hand. Alright, so they bounced my portal. What's the idea? Just to negate it? I feel like the portal sitting in play actually wasn't a big deal. But I guess bouncing it is free. Yeah, I suppose it's just free to do that. Well, they didn't play Reliquary Tower, so I don't think they want to draw now. It should be drawing, like, after. So we have Negate and C double. Copy a spell and copy a creature. Yeah, Ujin isn't doing anything, so my opponent probably should not counter it, and I should lead with Ujin. I don't think it's worth doing anything about, so... I don't think they should counter this. Dang it. Oh, why didn't they counter it? Yeah, they have Bitter Blossom, it's just like, it's just big chillin'. So... Can't recast Portal... But I also can't really do anything. Let's see, do that. I have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay. They can also kill it with Wormcoil Engine, and that also doesn't bode well for me. I don't think swinging has any merit. Although, not a... Yeah, we're just not going to swing. I don't think 6 damage is doing anything. Kaimil? Yeah, make things uncounterable. Yep. Suppose that's the next card I'm gonna have to get here. Until they find River's Rebuke and the world is... the universe is over. So they copy this, which is another way to deal with Portal. Oh, they learned about Null Blast, although it looks like Null Blast was not doing anything, so it doesn't matter. Unless they don't take the portal, because I can't cast it anyways. No, they do take the portal. Okay. Exile, it can only exile permanents with color. There's, everything's colorless. They've been deliberately not playing colored cards. There is no doing anything about that, so... Hand of Vecna. Okay. You got it. Sure. Do you even kill Ujin here, or do you just smack me in the face? There's a 2-turn clock. Yeah, you just go face here. That's fair. I don't have a really... Does it have Death Touch? No, it doesn't. I don't have anything to stop that. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to stop that, so let's just get Sire. And maybe I can just block the... Thought-Knot Seer? You have a better idea? Play a different commander? Oh, yeah. Yeah, good idea. Wise beyond your years. Can't forget about the Godfrail statue. Still taxing them. This has vigilance, right? So I can swing. They're at 34 cards. I mean, if it wasn't for that time twister, or... Do I have any way to exile the graveyard? I don't. I can't double up on Proliferate or anything like that. The Toxic Deluge. Okay, though I guess they're still taking 9. Wait, why did this not die? Opponent, I couldn't tell you. Opponent, my friend, I do not know why that is still alive. Could not tell you that. So let's Kaimil? But I don't know why. Forsaken Monuments keeping it alive? Well, it says it's a 0/0. Bro, there's like nothing to take here. I guess Ujin makes chump blockers. I think we should just put this in play so I don't have to... Lembas is a... I mean, it's just a redraw. I'll just redraw Lembas here. The Ujin ultimate also, I don't believe, even kills my opponent, unfortunately. So it's a 2/2? This should be dead. Yeah, I feel like it should be dead. Looks like I can't block with it, so it's probably dead. I can't block with it. I believe it also still has summoning sickness when it otherwise should not, so it should... maybe it just is in the graveyard, it's just not showing it for some reason. Oh, it is, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. There are no outs in my deck anymore, I don't think. The adventure? What about the adventure? I don't think that's doing anything either. Death touch token? How's Ujin going? Well, we've been in a 40-minute game that I think we're going to lose, but I just refuse to concede. Kolikon's Command's a pretty good card. It is uncounterable. That does deal with the Worm Coil engine, which is ideal here, I would say. I just don't have any big Eldrazi to, like, turn this game around or anything. I can stop the life gain from Worm Coil, because this is uncounterable, unless they have a way to circumvent that. That has color to it for the first time this has happened to us. Okay. Enters or attacks. I suppose, well... Three mana. What is 3 mana? apparently nothing. Apparently nothing. So bottom. All lands. Yeah, there's just... my deck is not going to help me here, is it? Discard a card like the top X for X and artifacts. Is that better than a random draw? I don't even think it is. Yikes. Okay. So the Karn's Bastion gives me the Ujin ultimate, which again doesn't actually win the game, but swinging for the old 32. They did end up playing Reliquary Tower. I mean, I can only do the dungeon once a turn. I don't know if I'm stuck in the same dungeon, because I already cycled through the dungeon. Yeah, it's once a turn. I mean, that's like 600 years from now. And that's not reliable. I don't know why I don't know what this Death Touch token is doing. I don't know why we care about this Death Touch token. Opponent just Chi-milled extra turn off the top of their deck. Sounds about right. Yeah. Sounds about right. Well, they can't activate the One Ring again. They also have to be rather cautious before they do more. What do I get? Because I get my graveyard back. Right? I don't really get anything crazy. Copy artifact? Well, we already have Sculpting Steel, which goes in every deck ever, right? Like, it's a colorless version of it. So you kind of could just play Sculpting Steel if you want. Realm Breaker. Okay. Well, they can't tap that. But it's not 2 to cast. Okay. Alright. Alright. Graph Cage? It stops stuff. But just not in this matchup. They have not played Time Twister yet. They have to play it right now, yeah. Without accidentally tapping an artifact, which they successfully did. So... I get my portal back. I think there's a way I can win this, which is a little unbelievable, but I believe... No, portal's exiled. It's exiled. Alright, never mind. So that's not part of the... Not part of the plan here. I don't really know what is the plan. Is Sire of Seven Deaths in my graveyard? Is it in my deck? Where's my Sire of Seven Deaths? This is so confusing. Alright, it's right there. This can't kill anything. Mystic Forge? No, we're gonna get this. Key, or the archive for Second Son? That's fair. That is fair. So, because we're in the situation we're in, I think I'm gonna ultimate my Ujin here. I don't think this is lethal, but it is 80... Well, they're at 86. Can Fleshraker kill my opponent? Can Nettle Cyst kill my opponent? Bro, if I win this game... Okay, I'm actually gonna not exile K-Command. Okay. Alright, so we cast this stuff in the right order. So we want... Oh, come on, where is it? There it is. I don't know if I can do 86. But Nettle Cyst is a ton of damage. I think... Did we win this game? There's no way. Am I missing something? Should I have... Make sure I'm not messing anything up. I don't believe I am. I think it's all in the up and up here. We got approached the Second Son. Okay. Yeah. We got it. Buried Treasure discovers 5. There's only 2 spells on my deck. K-Command and the Approach the Second Son. So I think I win. This is probably the craziest game I've ever played in Magic Arena. But I think we got there. I have 2 Nettle Cysts and 2 attacking creatures. Because I can Sculpting Steel one of them. The Nettle Cyst. And I didn't want to play Ujin. Look. Look. Sometimes you just gotta do stuff. But I'm gonna play it, like, close and just actually cast all my cards. Oh, I can Thought-Knot Seer as well. Okay. That gives me even another layer of protection against what my opponent might do. And we have enough artifacts, I think the Nettle Cyst are lethal, so... They can only cast a single spell? No, the smallest spell is 3 mana because of what's going on. Whatchamacallit, so... We can just take... Nothing matters. I'll just take Tail's End. We did it. I won this game. Unless I miscounted or something, I would be blown away if this wasn't lethal. But, yeah, so approach the second sun. Okay, well, one step at a time. As far as my opponent hasn't hit Shift Enter or anything. If I randomly snag the K command off my deck, Oh, right, I can count my artifacts with the Nettle Cyst in play. Makes it easier. Oh, I thought we were doomed. It was either doomed to loop Time Twister forever, or like, I don't know. This game's gonna go down in the history books, I think. It's one of the games ever played. Yep, Nettle Cyst is lethal. And my opponent can't do anything about it. My opponent gains so much life this game, too? Wow. There's nothing they can do, right? There's nothing they can do. I think I could even just draw the approach if I wanted to as well. What a game. I can loop Ominous Traveler a few times too, but alright, we can move the Nettle Cyst now and just kill our opponent. Because there's just nothing they can do. So Nettle Cyst here. A Nettle Cyst on the 4/4. I did it. There's nothing in play, nothing in hand. The One Ring draws, but it taps them off. They can't cast anything. They can't cast anything because of the whatchamacallit still in play. Yes. I can't believe we won that game. And you said just concede. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh. What was that? What was that? I mean, you know, for the sake of playing more games, I probably should have conceded. Because that was literally an hour. But I am so glad I stuck through it. Stuck to it. Wow, the Time Twister. Imagine my opponent didn't have Oracle of the Alpha too. That was like the one card that let them stay in it. And it is kind of weird to just have never have dealt with this. That is a weird feeling. Don't have a ton of ways, but they did deal with the ways. It was the Portal to Phyrexia or whatever. What an emotional roller coaster. Wow. Yeah, 169. Yep. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, my opponent gained, what? 200 life or something, drew their entire deck 1.5 times, basically. And we had Winter Moon in play the whole time, on top of a tax, the 2-mana tax card, the Godfrey statue. And our stuff was uncounterable. 1 ring on 7. Oh, man. The Time Twister is a double-edged sword. It gave me my cards back. And I didn't think I could win without a giant Eldrazi to, like, really close the game out, but I guess I was wrong. You know, this would have been the first game I really felt like not having the Eldrazi would have been a problem, but wow. The craziest, most random commander, too. Like, it didn't do anything. Yeah, it's just not the matchup for it. And they had a fair amount of colorless things on top of a ton of spells, which we do pretty well at dodging. And yeah, I don't think it's right for my opponent to ever expect me to swing for lethal here. So it's hard to, like, leave up your mana, especially when I have Kymil and your counter spells don't work. So you have to think that any attacking creature I could have is lethal, and it's hard to see that. In fact, I would probably personally never see that. You have to leave up a removal spell is just not going to happen in my brain. You have to leave up 2, because I actually had 2 attackers, and the cheapest it could be is 3 mana each because of the tax on the card there. So that is very difficult to see while also still wanting to do other things while I can actually threaten to win. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think they dirtled. There was just a lot of cards in their deck they can't cast because Ujin exiles them. And the ones they did cast were the ones that let them stay in the game. If they didn't do what they did, I don't know if they would have stayed in the game as long as they did. And we beat this Tezzeret Ultimate starting turn like 6 or something, or 7. So the entire game had them drawing just like infinite cards. Most people would never play this game this long. Like, they would probably concede to the Tezzeret Ultimate, honestly. I just stuck through with it. That's wow. Yeah, this is probably one of the most insane games I've played in the 7-8 years of I've played a Magic Arena. This feels like a Duels of the Planeswalker game I played maybe in high school or something. This is it's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Wow. All right. Oh, man, I'm so tired now. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, that was insane. Oh, man. Oh, man. Bro, we only won 3 games. It was like that game, that one, and that game. Oh, man. I mean, I have to end it here now, right? I have to. I have to end it here. I can't follow that game up. What am I going to do? I'm going to lose the next game in 2 seconds, and I'm going to feel terrible. I can't. I got it. We have to stop. We have to stop on a good note. I just have to. Yeah, I have to stop on that note. I can't play another game after that, because it's going to put me against Ragavan, and then I'm going to feel terrible for losing in 2 turns. You know, after that game, I can't. You know, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's also, yeah, it's fun to beat an ultimate. Both of us ultimate it, and mine just vomits the entire deck out while my opponent has to still draw it. But yeah, that is quite the ultimate to beat. It really is. It's quite the ultimate to beat. So I'm on the East Coast. I'm right next to Boston. Okay, so not a very good commander, all in all, I don't think. There are, like, colorless does good with ramping. It doesn't really have an issue with, like, ramping stuff. But we aren't inherently artifact-centric. All colorless decks basically are. But the commander isn't in any way. Like, it's... Like, I understand the static ability. You gotta cast colorless spells. You can't just be mono Eldrazi spells or whatever it is. Artifacts are the strongest card type in the game. But In Magic Arena, this didn't really bring anything crazy new, but it did bring, like, you don't need giant Eldrazi to win the game. You're not probably wrong for running maybe one or two of them, but you don't need them. The ultimate does not really need help, right? It is kind of surprising to see when your entire deck is vomited out into play that finagling with all these quirky artifacts is just good enough to beat, like, basically everything ever. So that is pretty cool. I gotta say, that's pretty cool. I didn't... The bracket system doesn't exist for new commanders, so this commander is stuck playing, like, Ragavan. I saw Tatyova. I saw all the... I just saw everything you would... I said the same thing 4 times in a row. Everything that you would be surprised to play against, especially with a new commander. So if other new commanders are having that same issue, that's a little unfortunate. But it was extremely swingy. It was all over the place what I was pitted against. And it's not like you simply, you just concede. But yeah, I guess I can't recommend it unless you're super into the funny part of this, which is the ultimate. Because other than that, it's not all that reliable to exile spam your opponent's cards and win that way. It also doesn't hit lands. I said it did in the beginning. It can target them, but lands are colorless, right? That's why you can't. Unless you have Painter Servant in play or something, it's not gonna. But actually, Painter Servant would make your spells colored, so that also pretty sure wouldn't work either. Yeah, I don't know. I'm exhausted. That was a long game I just played. One of the craziest games I've ever played on Magic Arena. And it's crazy for my opponents to stick through it and me. I mean, both of us just went through the ringer with that one. Every card was played out of both decks. Twice. Or more than once, but less than twice. So that was crazy. Yeah, it just, as a commander, I think it's... The 6-mana Ujin discounts the rest of your deck, and the Eldrazi are pretty solid because they have a very scary cast trigger. This one is like a 7-mana Vindicate, and that's kind of cool. It's like nice to come with that, but it's not too amazing. The 0 feels a little annoying to do when you want to plus twice into the immediate 11, but if you want another removal spell in the same turn, you could, assuming you have something in hand to cast, and most of the time you probably will, casting a spell after you cast this is like 2 triggers, 2 exiles in the same turn you cast this, which is very nice. But sometimes, it doesn't do it, right? If you're up against something with like 5 creatures in play, well, you better hope they're small or they don't kill Ujin when he passes at 7 loyalty, which would be a little annoying, but sometimes you can cast it 5 times, right? Especially with Forsaken Monument still being the best card like in the game that basically pseudo carries this entire strategy. Expedition Map is probably an auto include in all colorless decks from now, just because it fetches Inventor's Fair, which then fetches Forsaken Monument. So I think I have a couple decks, one deck in paper that actually does that, so that's a thing that exists now. But, yeah, I mean, I can't really say it's better than the other options, but it is kind of doing something unique in terms of exile spammy nonsense. It's just sometimes that isn't good enough, but my sample size was very low, given the amount of time spent in one game in particular. I'll probably play a little bit more of this one, but there are some other commanders I want to play from the new set that let me actually play new cards from the new set, but I just felt like starting with this one, so I'm done. I'm done with this one, so let me know what you thought about it. like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. As for Streamy Stram, I don't know. Do we run it back? I don't know. I'm not the stream for 4 hours type. I can't do that. I don't think I got it in me to do that. That's a lot of, and then it's like 2. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Can't remember the last time Twitch chat broke 10 viewers. That's interesting. Well, a new set just came out. It's fair. New set just came out. But I really want to build this guy. I think this guy's really interesting. What is this? What's the Dragon Lord red-greenness? So, it's like Dragon Lord Atarka. This deals 5. You think if they went back and reprinted this today, it would probably deal like 10? Probably. I mean, it's weird to think that this card exists in the same in like the same game that later on something like Fury was printed. Like this 7-mana 8/8 just gets completely swept aside by something like Fury in the game. I always thought this card was really cool. 5, you know what? 5 damage even for the time. Even for its time was very low. In my opinion. I don't know. Ooh, this can copy ramp spells. You're never really upset with that. I think there's something in there. I don't know. There's something. This is doing something. Oh, we're a Tarkir set, so I have an excuse to play Sarkhan again. The Ruggening. Probably not dragon theme though. Although he could. There's plenty of dragons now. You think that's possible? Is there one that gives all your dragons hastes? Because that makes, like, Sarkhan very interesting. Oh boy, I got a lot of crafting to do, don't I? Oh yeah, the Storm Dragon. Yeah, I got a lot of crafting to do. Shoot. Another Craterhoof Behemoth, huh? I like that art too. Surprised I like that art, but I do. Alright, I'm done. I'm gonna get caught up doing something and I'm tired. I'm done. That was exhausting. So I will see you guys next time. Later, chat. Later. Enjoy the new set. We'll be back with more knowledge tomorrow.